everyone. Welcome to today's We Like Chips episode, special episode. You're here with Robbie and my co-host David. How's it going, David?
That's me. I'm going good. Yourself?
I'm doing good too. So I guess there's gonna be a special episode, and we're gonna keep it quick. We're gonna be talking about the last episode or the first episode of this season's Bachelorette. Um, I randomly came up across this, I guess, story on Twitter, and it seemed pretty intriguing. So then I watched it, and I was like, I want to talk about this with David. So I was like, David, I want you to watch it so we can talk about it. And we both watched it.
Yes.
So for those of you that don't know, The Bachelorette is pretty much a show where there's a woman, and she is pretty much being courted by around, like, I think this season's was 35 guys, and she pretty much, every round she eliminates a certain amount of people, and at the end of the show she should be engaged to one of the contestants. It's an American reality TV show aired on ABC.
Yeah.
With that being said, what do you think, David? Are you a big reality TV fan?
No, I think it's super fake. That's in my opinion, though.
You think it's fake? What do you think it's fake?
I think they over dramatize everything, and I don't like reality TV shows for the most part. It's like over exaggerated, if you know what I mean.
Wait, what other reality TV shows have you watched?
I watched Terrace House. That's a reality TV show, right?
Do you think that one's fake?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think it's fake. I think it's manipulated. Like, I think the producers manipulate the story.
Yes. So, correction. Okay, I don't think it's like 100% like it's made up, but I think the stuff that's happening inside the show, a lot of it's like over exaggerated, over dramatized, and it's kind of in that way it's kind of fake.
So, with that being said, what was your first impression of the show? I've never watched The Bachelor or Bachelorette. I've always heard things about it. But what was your first impression? I want to hear what you thought first.
This show's dumb.
Dumb? Yeah, I thought it was pretty dumb too.
There's a lot. I don't know how do people. Why do people think this is good? It's.
I think it's entertaining. I don't think it necessarily is good, but I think it's entertaining.
Yes,
that can be a good, distinction. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's quality TV, but I won't lie to you. I thought it was entertaining. Like, all these guys are so cringy, dude. I don't know what you thought.
There's a lot of guys that were debatable, but I mean it's fun to watch. It's not good, but it's really fun to watch in my opinion. What do you think?
I thought it was okay. I mean, first impressions, I can definitely tell this show is gonna be played up for drama.
Oh.
And yeah, but okay, let's dive into the show a bit. So this season stars Michelle Young, a teacher. I think she's 28, I believe, and she's being courted by around 35 guys.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wanted to watch this show was because on Twitter I saw that one of the contestants got called out for having a notebook on how to play the game.
Oh yeah.
And it was like a notebook saying like how to get more screen time, and I was like, "There's no way this is true." So then I watched it, and I was like, "I want to talk about this with David."
You said
So
this already.
for me, the moment I started watching this show, mostly I don't know, dude. I mean, all these guys are just, where do they get these guys, dude? Because like all these guys were trying to play into like the whole you're a teacher, and for some reason that means you're gonna be into students.
Yeah,
like one of the guys showed up like in a school uniform. I don't know.
They wanted to get on her good side, right? To really, I
guess so.
I expect. I don't not. This is my assumption anyway. I expect most of these guys, can't find a good girl, so they either want the fame from finding a girl on the Bachelorette, or they just just want to be on the show, just to be on the show, kind of thing.
I mean, I'm pretty cynical. I don't think any of these guys, or maybe I don't know. I don't want to say that, but I think more than likely most of these guys are not there because they want to find love. These guys are there for the clout, for the exposure.
Yeah.
I think maybe I think the way I feel like they're approaching it is like, if I find love, cool, but I'm definitely gonna get like fame along the way.
I agree.
But see, as I say that, I mean, I don't know the contestants' names, but okay. I guess before we go into it, let's talk about the contestants a bit.
Okay.
Who stood out? Did anyone stand out to you?
Let's see here. We talk about Ryan. That's the
Which one
Notebook
was Ryan
guy.
again? Okay. So we could talk about Ryan to start off. So what did you think of that guy?
Um, See, my first impressions, right? Well, before the Notebook thing, I thought, oh, he's a pretty swell guy, pretty cool.
Mm.
He got in with the ice cream truck, right? That was his intro, the
Yeah.
ice cream truck guy. I was like, wow, I like ice cream. What kind of person doesn't like ice cream? So he's pretty cool. And then I realized he was the guy that had the Notebook that you talked about earlier. And I was like, okay, maybe, maybe not.
Well,
That's pretty
psycho.
manipulative in my opinion, and that's like a no go for me.
So just to clarify for anyone that hasn't watched, so Ryan, so at this stage of the show, all the bachelors are showing up one by one, and all of them kind of give like show up, and everyone has like a different arrival. Some people are basic and just show up in a car, but Ryan showed up in an ice cream truck, like your stereotypical like neighborhood ice cream truck. He gets out and he like makes a good first impression, and
Hmm.
then I think they hit it off, and then when they're in, like the next stage is she starts mingling one on one with different people,
Yeah.
and he takes her outside and gives her ice cream. But then earlier in the episode, they had shown that the producers, they had gone to his room and they saw that he had a notebook with a bunch of notes. And I don't think notes is necessarily bad, but the category he was writing notes about made it pretty bad. The
Oh
one
yeah.
that really makes him be a little sus is the category that says how to maximize screen time.
Hmm.
And anyway, so then the producers tell Michelle, "Hey, this guy has a notebook with notes on how to maximize screen time
Yeah. How to
and
not play as the villain.
how to not be the villain, and
That
like,
was it.
oh no, how to emulate past winners of past seasons."
Yeah.
And then she pretty much kicks him out on the first night, and so that's kind of what dragged me into the show. I was like, "This seems." I don't know. Do you think that was fake, by the way? Do you think it was scripted? Do you think?
Here's my thing, okay? If you have a notes like this and you bring it to the show, right? There's no way I would leave it out there for like the people who were going to the room to search the area to just leave
Mhm.
it plain in sight kind of thing. So
Mhm.
it's kind of suspicious to me, in my opinion. I would keep it like either on my body in like a small notebook or
Yeah.
like hidden like underneath my luggage where no one
So
will really look at it.
so I have two thoughts. Okay, number one is that the producers were kind of messed up by sabotaging him. I don't think that was okay for the producers to do.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like it's a contest, and I just don't think it was their right to do that to him. It's kind of embarrassing in national television. People all over the internet are kind of clowning on him,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it is a little weird. It is a little sus that he did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it. So I was kind of looking into this, and the theory is that he's actually kind of like this. He was actually like put in the show to do this. Like he was actually
Oh.
like a plant, because he mentions in the show that he's never even like really been heard much about the show.
Yeah.
But there's been pictures that have surfaced up where he's been at different Bachelor events in the past, like live events. I guess they have like live events where they pretend to play the Bachelor at like
really?
theaters and stuff. Yeah, and there's pictures of him as the Bachelor at these events, and like there's all these like girls that go, and so he also has like connections in the Bachelor. There's all this like really sneaky stuff. I don't know if it's true because I honestly, I mean, it looks pretty bad. If you just Google it, you'll see all this different evidence
Wait.
as to the fact that no, the fact that it was kind of like
all scripted.
set up. Yeah. And it does make me feel like, oh, maybe it is set up, and
See,
maybe the producers screwed him over on purpose.
see, Roberto, you know what I said at the beginning before all of this?
Yeah.
Reality TV shows are scripted.
I don't know. Her reaction was pretty genuine, though. She seemed pretty distraught
Yeah.
over the
Maybe-
fact that he was doing that.
Maybe she didn't know, but you know,
Mm,
he knew. He was inside the back kind of thing.
mhm.
You never know. Yeah. Either way, that was crazy. Other than that, I think I was watching with my girlfriend too, and I think we really liked, who was it? Nate, the guy who got the initial rose.
Okay, can you remind me who he was?
Nate was I have a notes where he's really smooth. I think his intro, he was in the car actually, came out of the car, but he did a really nice intro with like what was the word? But he did some cliche thing with his name, but I don't remember. But he was there with her, and I mean, they got really good vibes together, and she was the one with the initial rose, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think he's also related to teaching or something. Maybe a teacher. I'm not sure though.
Okay, honestly, I'm looking him up right now. I don't remember. Like, I remember he got the first roast, and I didn't think much of him. I thought he was like handsome, but I didn't really. Did you see them hit him off or something?
Yeah, they really vibed together during the cocktail thing when they were doing
Oh,
the 1v1, one-on-one thing.
yeah,
So I don't know. My girlfriend really likes her, so well, really
I
likes him.
see. So
Yeah,
I guess for me, I was more focused on the bad bachelors more than the good ones. Like the good ones were boring, you know.
that's true.
Um, for
Okay,
me,
then
I think I want to focus on the bad ones.
yeah, who are the bad ones on you then for you?
I feel bad because I don't see. Part of me wants to clown on these kids, but I feel bad because it's like, what if they're going through stuff, or what if they have all like, you know? But I'm just whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm just gonna say stuff.
Okay,
The guy. So there's a guy. You probably come up with his name, David.
okay.
So there's a guy who got rolled up as like one of those room service carts, and
Oh,
she takes off like the lid to like this food plate, and there's just his face there, and he just looks. I'm so sorry. I don't like making fun of people's looks, but he was kind of like really creepy looking, and he just had this like stare, like he had like this like I don't know, like almost obsessive stare,
his name is
and
Rick, by
then
the way.
huh?
His name is Rick.
Oh, his name is Rick. So yeah, so
Yeah.
Rick's there, and he's just like talking to her. Like every other bachelor goes and gets a hug from her, and he just there with his head coming out like the food cart, and then they roll in the food cart where all the bachelors are waiting, right, for like the mingle at night, and he's still in the food
Yeah.
cart. Like he stayed inside the food cart like the whole time, and then they fucking he finally gets out of the food cart after like he finally gets to be mingle with her like later in the show. He makes her feed him,
It's
and
strawberry.
then
Yeah.
yeah, a strawberry, and then he finally gets out. And I don't know, it was so bad, but I mean it worked. He got a rose. You know, he's one of the guys that got a rose.
I mean, it was
Um,
memorable. I guess. I think she just put it there to see what he does next. What weird stuff he does next. Maybe.
yeah. Um,
It's what you
what did you
hate.
think of? What did you think of Nick?
Which one's Nick?
So didn't you say he was the rose guy? I mean, sorry,
Oh,
the play
his name
guy.
is Rick.
Oh, Rick. What do you think of Rick?
I don't know. I thought it was pretty weird. Forcing the girl's name's like Michelle, is it?
Yeah, Michelle.
To feed him. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening here? And I think we laughed so hard when they cut the scene when everybody's still introducing people, right? They still cut to the scene where all the bachelors are in the room, like you said, and there's this guy, like Rick's just there at the table. I'm like, yo, get out of that table already. What are you doing? It's so
He
bad.
was owning it. He was like he was just really playing up the bit, I guess. I don't know.
He was committing. I like the dedication.
Uh Another guy that just gave me bad vibes was the one dude that showed up in underwear.
Oh,
I don't know if he got a rose or not, but
yes.
that guy was just dude, it was such a miss.
I didn't get his name. I think it went by really quick during that time, so I don't have it.
There was that guy. There was a guy that showed up with a pizza dough,
Oh yeah,
the
he like
Italian
tossed it
guy.
on the ground. I was like, what a
Yeah, he
waste of
like tossed it
food.
on the
Uh
ground.
huh.
Uh,
Oh, there was
I think
I'm sorry, go
go
ahead.
ahead. You go ahead. You go first.
There was another guy, right? I remember this really well. Okay, he dressed as an apple, going into.
Oh no.
his Rodney. Okay, now Rodney went in and dressed as an apple, and I was like, what is happening here? And he says, I'm a what was it, Granny Smith, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh
Granny,
yeah.
and he was dressed as a red apple, and then Michelle's like, Granny Smith is like the only green apple there in this. If possible, everything else is red. So he was like, "Oh, I didn't know," and I thought I was like, "Wait a minute." I was really relatable to me because I'm red green colorblind,
Yeah.
and I don't know. That was really funny. He doesn't know his apples, and he came in an apple for some reason. Very memorable though.
I think for me the funniest part was there was two firefighters in the
Oh
show,
yeah, yeah.
and the first one shows up in a fire truck toy,
Is it,
like a little,
it's
what
in
do you
his
call it? Like,
like a kid trawler
yeah, like
thing.
what do you call those cars, like Go Wheels or something like that, or
Carts. Go
yeah,
kart.
like a go kart, like fire truck. Shows up, he makes a cute entrance, whatever. Next dude shows up in a real fire truck, and you can tell the second guy was just so destroyed. The second guy was just so like, I don't know. You could tell the guy was just pretty destroyed,
Yeah. So
devastated by the real fire truck.
yeah, Daniel, right? Daniel's the one with the toy truck.
Yeah.
He was like you could see him. Okay, the guy with the actual truck. I have notes here. It says PJ, and then when PJ rolled in, we rolled to his shot in the bachelor, like I guess window area, and
Yeah.
Daniel was like, yeah, you can see his face like, what the hell happened? What the fuck? This guy got an actual fire truck. They're both firefighters too, and this guy got the actual fire truck in. So it's
Yeah,
kind
that was
of
so funny.
that's a dick contest there. I think it was pretty funny.
Trying to think if anyone else did.
Oh yeah, there was one more guy that my girlfriend and I we talked about was Joe. Okay, I don't.
Okay.
And Joe's the guy who's also from was it Minnesota? Was it Minnesota?
Oh.
Yeah, his hometown where he had
Yeah.
that Michelle slipped into his DMs before,
Yeah.
and then I think he ghosted him, and then Michelle asked him a question like, "Why'd you ghost me? What happened?" And he came up with this like weird excuse.
Yeah,
Right?
he was like, I was at the right time or place or whatever. Like
Yeah.
super like vanilla
Yeah,
response.
I thought it was fake, but he's like, "Yeah, you wouldn't understand." And then Michelle's like, I'm a teacher. I go through this all the time with students, and I know what it's like. And you could have just opened up and let me know, right? And then comes up with something else. I don't remember. It was really cringy. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was surprised that guy got a rose at all because I thought she would be like, you heard me once in the past. I don't know if I want to
That's
take a
what
chance with you.
he was the last guy who got a rose. It was the last one to get it. I was like,
Yeah.
what? I screamed when that happened. That's
Do you have any other notes that you want to touch on?
I'm sad the Asian guy didn't make it.
Oh, I don't think he got much screen time, did he?
Yeah, he just got an intro and then he got to the end part and that's it. I don't think he even went through a one-on-one with her. So
I'm looking at the Bachelor. So yeah, there was Joe. There's Nate. I'm trying to remember who else stood out to me. Yeah, no one really stood out to me besides the people that I just
yeah,
mentioned.
there was Clayton. He's a really fun dude, down to earth. He's the guy with the ruler, if you remember that, who told Michelle
dude.
to spank.
So I thought it was weird. Oh, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
He had a ruler. I was like, what is happening? Why are you letting her spank you? This is so weird.
I thought it was weird as fuck. I think that gave me weird vibes.
Yeah. So,
Trying-
yeah. There was a really deep voice guy. He didn't make it though. It was Joe
Yeah.
Mari. I just had his notes there. He had a really strange deep voice. I liked it.
There was Jamie who made it too. That guy and her hit it off pretty well too.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was a fun guy, right? That's what I
Mhm.
have here. Really nice. Who wants to keep the interactions with the Bachelorette kind of like episodes going. Who wants to keep it fun. Yeah.
I was trying to see.
So
Yeah,
I
no one
have-
else stood out to me.
There was a guy who I don't think he made it. Probably, but there was a guy when he was doing an interview, right?
Yeah.
I think his mom was in the interview too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was
I know what
kind
you're
of
talking about.
weird.
Oh, he was trying to use her, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, what do you think about the guy who came in a bed? That was pretty funny.
Oh, that was funny.
His
I
name's
have
Brandon.
no negative comments about that. Like
Brad and Jay.
I said, I think for me, next time we watch the next episode, I'm going to take notes with you as like you as well. That way I can
Uh-huh.
make more objective comments.
Yeah.
But for me, I was just super hyper focused on like the bad entrances, but that was one of the better entrances. That one and the Pizza Dude were one of the better entrances. The Apple guy was a little weird, but at least they put some personality into it because the first few guys were kind of just like just showed up.
Out of the limo, yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah. Do you have any other notes you want to touch on?
That's all I have right here.
Okay. Well, this is fun. I thought we'd do a quick episode to and talk about this. I think I'm down to do this for the whole season.
Oh yeah,
And see how we
we'll
like
talk
it.
about it. Yeah, it'll be great.
I like. Okay, so my roommate or housemate, she really likes reality TV, and she's really gotten me into it. And I think it's funny, and it's trash, but whatever. Um, but yeah, I guess this is kind of like a quick episode that me and David came up with, and we're still gonna have like a more in-depth episode later this week. Uh, I guess the teaser is that we're talking about Harry Potter. That's okay to say, right? And if it's not, you can
Dun,
just
dun,
delete it.
dun, dun, dun. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say.
It's a
but I'm
great series.
saving
I
it.
can't believe you haven't watched it yet. That being
It's
said,
mid. It's mid.
I watched it like a couple months ago, so I'm new to it too. So it's
Okay.
mid.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's just
Yeah.
wait. Okay. We're not gonna talk about all the movies at once, but we're dividing it up, and I'm almost done with the third movie, and then we're gonna discuss the first three movies.
Yeah. So stay tuned. All right. Anything else before we close it for Bruno?
No, that's it. I just wanted to keep it short.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone else is watching The Bachelor, they can come hear our thoughts.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, also, if you're on Spotify, you can actually give us feedback on the Spotify section, which I think's pretty cool. We might have a voting poll. For the Squid Games one, we had what shape would you have picked? Maybe we can ask if anyone's watching The Bachelor who they think she's gonna end up with.
Yeah. Who's your favorite guy from the first episode? Kind of thing. That'd be great.
All right, David.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank you for continued support in our podcast. We're having a great time talking about shows we like and topics we like as well. And yeah, thank you for your support.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good day, guys. Lots of love.
Peace.